boom, boom, bang, 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 boom, bang, boom, boom.
Tires. So we take it out to these like oh whoops.
I was neglecting my
Show's
duty.
gonna
Yeah,
start.
we're here. We're talking about e-bikes, everybody.
Yep, sorry.
Welcome to the
sorry.
show. Welcome to All Things Fantasy Grounds talk show. Nafum, Nafum has just resubscribed for 34 months in a row. Thank you, Nafum. Hi, boss. So today we're going to do what we always do on Sunday, but we actually have, Drake, you're going to ask me eventually, we actually have 2 new products to show. So we can do that.
Well, now I don't have any freaking thing to ask you. See, you just
but you normally ask, isn't there any new products? Something just came out today and something came out like a couple days ago. So we'll go pump open Fantasy Grounds here. I'm not sure that pumping is the right. But I'm here with Drake Takes and Robin 1XP. How are you guys doing? I mean, I know how you're doing because we just talked about it. But
doing good. But
it's the thing I say at the beginning of the show, you know, to acknowledge your presence, and you guys get it. Oh snap! Winak has resub for 18 months. Thank you, Winak. Yes, sir. Nafum and Winak resubbing like a bunch of mothers. And Mother's Day was already happened. Father's Day's
Robin,
coming up.
you missed my lightning bolt in Fantasy Grounds. It's pretty cool.
oh yeah, so I was watching a bit of the game last night, but I like when I watch the streams, I'm usually like tabbed out and I'm working, so sometimes I just listen. But like last night, I was working really hard, so to speak. So I wasn't like fully paying attention. I try to at least be there, you know, to be like a viewer to help Rob's like viewership numbers and things like that. So I try to always lurk and chat a little bit.
If we can find that, Drake, guys, I did clip it. Let's look at it.
Oh, did you clip it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How do
right
you?
there.
There's only one clip here.
So you
Yeah,
want to
that's probably
go
it.
on the right hand side where it says top 7.
Oh yeah, but I think this is it. Here, let's check it
Yeah,
out.
probably. But basically, you
Yeah.
have it filtered for the last 7 days.
Yeah, I made a
Yeah.
folder with a couple of images in it, and I turned it on and
That's
off.
fucking genius, dude.
Well, I can do the lightning bolt again.
Watch this, everybody.
And
You look at that. I was just
my
laughing because it
God.
was so amazing.
That's so cool.
That is fucking hilarious. I swear a lot. I fucking
That's
swear so much,
awesome.
you guys. Anyway, so
That's
Drake,
so
what he
cool,
did was Drake, tell him what you did. How'd you do that?
I just turned on and off a folder that had some lightning bolts and a light on it. So
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. So you can do a lot of cool
That's
stuff
cool.
with no, I don't need that. I already have these guys open. So Forest and Twilight is a little adventure. Just got published a couple days ago. It is I believe it's a level 1 or 2. Let's see, does it say here? Yeah.
level 1 to 2.
4 or 5 characters, level 1 or 2. So it's a beginning adventure you can use to get your players going. And it says you can easily insert it into Lost Mine of Fandelver or Dragons of Icefire Speak. So if you're doing some of the
nice.
beginning adventures, yep. And his stat blocks are super weird. Now, they look weird, but of course the NPCs are all
looks
built
cool.
for Fantasy Grounds, but he did things like melee weapon attack. You know, he abbreviated all his stuff.
Abbreviated.
Yeah, but the
Hopefully the
obviously
NPCs
the
don't look like that
I know,
because they
And
won't work.
but the stat blocks are all, of course, the correct way.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good.
And he's
good,
got
good.
adventure hooks for you, and so yeah, so it's a nice
I've
little.
had that. Like I've done conversions where they write things weird in the stat blocks in the book, and like I was like, no, I got to fix this for it to work correctly in
I know,
Fantasy Grounds.
I used to want one of the reasons I quit doing conversions was, you know, like there's a really, it's not Cobalt Press. Who's the other people? They do a lot. Oh, and I just can't think of their name all of a sudden. But they're notorious for doing
White
not.
Wolf.
No, it's the people that did the Book of Lost Spells. Who's that?
Oh, Legendary Game.
No. Oh yeah, Legendary Games is also one
Is
of
it
them. They're
Legendary?
notorious for not even following the WotC format at all. It's
Yeah,
like
Cobalt
really,
does too sometimes.
Yeah,
Their
Cobalt.
things are worded weird.
yeah.
It's
But, you
not
know,
as
I used
bad
to-
as other ones.
I used to want to have it, you know, there's nothing, you can't control the world, right? Like I wanted it to be law. I wanted it to be an actual
God Games.
Frog God Games, also really bad. I mean, great stuff, but they don't.
Book of Lost Spells.
If you're
yeah.
doing if you're doing Grim Press, if you're doing a conversion of a PDF to the Fantasy Grounds, and you got to just stop, and it takes 4 times as long, and oh my god.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I wish I wish that, you know, like when Smiteworks does the conversions, like for the Cold Press things, they would fix these things. But I wish, more importantly, that the publishers would just publish the same way that WotC does.
Yeah.
WotC has a style guide. You can download it on the internet.
Yeah, I
where
know,
it tells you
yeah.
exactly how to word things. I've talked about the style guides before on this show, so you guys can find that episode.
Yeah, I've seen the
But
style guide's amazing.
fucking just use
you
the
get a
style
little
guide.
heated on it too. You're like,
Because I am, you know, I consider myself, I mean, obviously I'm not on the same level as like Cold Press or anything like that, but I consider myself, you know, a third-party content creator, publisher, whatever you want to say. And when I write, I always try to word things the same way WotC does, you know, use the same style that they do so that it works in Fantasy Grounds. I wish more publishers would do this fucking same or hire me. Cobalt Press. Okay, thanks. That's it.
Thanks for coming on
Rant
TED Talk.
off.
So, yeah, Celestian is saying, this is the one. Keep on the Borderlands. I was so excited. This is like 4 or 5 years ago. I was so excited to get this. I got the job to convert it for Fantasy Grounds for the AD&D.
Oh, nice.
And I thought, oh, good, this will be amazing, and I'll know how to. And so then I'm into it like 3 or 4 days, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. So Celestian and I teamed up. He basically helped me. He basically rescued me for
Nice.
half the commission. So now when one of them sells, I get like, I don't know, 20 cents or something. But
Nice.
But yeah, so because Celestian does all the AD&D, it's the second edition stuff. So
cool.
but yeah, so I guess. He was just saying in the chat, like, you guys have it so easy. Try converting AD&D stuff where it changes in the middle of what you're doing. So yeah, but anyway, nice little adventure. I'll get you guys the link to that. It is, oh my god. Well, I can just do bookmarks. DM's Guild, collaborations, 2023, Forest and Twilight, boom. Oh yeah, that's how the bookmarks work, everybody. So there's this one, and it's only it's only $3, $2.99, boom. And oh, look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. That's great. All right,
Very nice.
let's look at the other one.
Very nice.
Just published today is Gore Vidal's The Abandoned Mine Part 4, and I don't have it open here, but it's complimentary. Well, when I say complimentary, I mean goes with, not free. But the portal pack to go with it. So this one is levels 9 through character levels 9 or 10 up to 15, I think. So it's pretty. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I looked at it when I published it today, and
Wow.
we can kind of skim through here. So see, like, here's one of the maps.
This is the
I
one by
mean-
Gorvidal?
Yeah, this is by Gorvidal. And I'll go get the let's see, Abandon Mine
need to
Part
get this
4.
one.
And it's a 5-part series.
Yep.
And he's working on Part 5 now. So here is the and he's in the chat, guys, so if you have questions.
So impressive.
Yeah, so he does all these maps in Dungeon Alchemist,
Yeah.
which is on Steam, and it's amazing. And I mean, it's just so, and these are big maps too. Like this
Yeah,
is pretty
it's so
crazy.
cool.
Yeah. So he's got I think this one, let me go all the way to the end here. I think
Dungeon Alchemist.
this particular adventure has 250 rooms, you guys.
Jeez.
So here's another map. You know, we're not going to go through the whole thing, but this is another map, and of course,
Nice.
we're not skimping on line of sight. Boom.
Is that like acid or what? That's so cool.
What is it?
What is it?
Let's find out.
8
This-
maps.
are you talking about right
250
here?
rooms across. Yeah, across all the map. Yeah, click the
Oh,
pin.
the pin is on the door.
Oh no.
Oh no, the pin is on the door. Damn it. Oh wait, 250.
There it is.
So the door to this room opens onto a set of stone stairs leading down. It's hard to say how far
Oh, green
down it
mist.
goes. Oh my god. Green mist. In the mist it can be seen
Nice.
shooting green flames. At the bottom of the stairs they notice that the green mist, there are skulls floating in the mist. The floor in the room can barely be made. Okay, yeah, it's a graveyard, everybody. So
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, so anyway, $5, you know, and you can get you know, depending on your group and what level your characters are, you can get his whole set and start at the beginning. Or if you've got a group of level 7 people, get part 3, and if you got a group of level 9 or 10 people, get part 4, you know, whatever. So yeah, Gorby-Doll, everybody. And
So cool.
let me see if I can just get one more of the maps in here, because his maps are so cool. Oh, what was that? Oh my god! Oh my god! You come to
That's Dungeon
and
Alchemist.
see, he's
too.
got
That's
he's
pretty
got
cool.
pictures. The reason Dungeon Alchemist is so cool is you can make it. You know, you can use the camera to go down like this and then take a picture. You could do that with every room, and you could hand it. You could tell your players this is what you see when you walk in. It's pretty cool.
That is so cool. I need to get this fucking software.
Yeah, I mean it's $45.
I wish it wasn't
But
$45. Yeah, that's the problem.
I think I
I
got
don't
it
think
for
it was that
20.
expensive when I bought it.
I think I got it for 20. I swear to God.
$20.
Yeah, that's
But
what I
it,
think
you know,
I got it for.
you just got to wait for Christmas or whatever, or
Yeah,
July,
Steam Summer
whatever
Sale
they
is
do.
around the corner.
Steam Summer Sale. Here's
corner.
another one. Oh, that's the same one.
Yeah, it
Oh.
does export line of sight as well, right?
The
right with it.
problem is that Steam Summer Sale often does not put new things on sale. So, like, is Dungeon Alchemist too new to be on
Yeah.
sale?
And I think it also supports WebM and WebP, which is going to be huge in about 2 more weeks.
Yeah, the new
Yep.
Fantasy Grounds.
For animated things soon.
Yeah, and we'll probably look at that because I do not know how to make animated stuff. I got to figure that out. I'm stepping through. I'm going backward. This is so massive. Another map.
Yes.
Another.
I don't know how to make it either, but I do know how to buy it.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun to run this.
I don't know how to make a
like
Big
good
Mac,
Mega
but I do know how to
Dungeon
buy
every now and
one.
then. I don't like them all the time, but it's fun to like run a mega dungeon every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, as like a look, you guys are in a fucking dungeon. Find your way through it, you know?
Well, Unknown Whom 3, which people have been asking me about for, 5 years, is going to happen, and that is going to be like a mega dungeon kind of a thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I heard you're going to collaborate with like 18 people on it too.
No, I'm
this
going to
time.
collaborate, I think, with one person who I just talked to today.
Oh, nice.
Look at this. That is a sweet deal. And that's, Dungeon Alchemist, man. Anyway, it's huge and it has a lot of. Oh, there was another big map. Oh my god. Level 17. Jesus. So there you go, everybody. We saw it.
Very cool.
SAWR. SAR.
It's like 5 years of gaming.
Yeah.
In a mega dungeon.
So we can get that green. What's up? Don't forget, guys. Oh no, that's not what I want. Control Z. I meant to do this and then go press here. So don't forget that on the 2nd of July, that's a big show. We're gonna give away lots of prizes, meaning that everybody wins. Like if you're here, you get something.
I'll be there for that.
So yeah, and then we're gonna probably give away at least one insanity bundle where people get everything I have. I wish the Forge would do packages or bundles like the DM
yes,
Skill does.
I agree.
But they don't do it. And then July 30th, which Messy Fresh has resubbed. Thank you, Messy Fresh, everybody. I'll see you soon.
Thanks for 6 months of mediocre streams, he said.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He said, LOL, JK.
That's just funny. Where is it? Oh, thanks for 6 months of mediocre streams. You know, he's not. That's not. That's not.
Just messing with you.
It's not based
About,
on.
like, whenever I talk to my husband about other people, like my number two, like the two things I hype him up on is like how fucking nice of a person he is. Like Messy's a really nice person.
He's
he
very
doesn't have a
nice.
mean bone in his body.
I can't wait to meet
But then
him.
he comes in here and he's like, "Thanks for your mediocre streams,"
Well,
and I'm
because-
like, "Come
I
on,
know,
you're making
it's
me look
like-
like a liar."
It's like Don Rickles. You know, everybody knows Don Rickles would say all these mean things, but deep down, he was a really super nice guy and cared about people
Yeah.
and was just, doing fun stuff.
He's just joshing ya.
Thank you, McClancy, for Sherbits. Sherbits. Gotta keep you guessing, Messy says. So, yeah, and then the 30th of July, don't forget, that's the last day of Founders Weekend for Fantasy Grounds Academy. 6 years, I think. 5 years, 6 years. And Leroon will tell us. So, Gwydion and Leroon will both be here that day. Nafum, Sherbits. Thank you, Nafum. Thank you so much. And we're gonna go over the Shadows of the Demon Lord Fantasy Grounds rule set, so that'll be fun to see that. And then all these other blank spaces is probably gonna be the same old. I took this Fantasy Grounds Team Twohy product showcase. That's just the bullshit title of we don't really have anything planned, and it goes all the way back to where
Forever.
We'll answer your questions. Ask us a question.
Oh yeah, and
AMA.
right, thank you, Drake. Do ask us a question about Fantasy Grounds, or you can do AMA. Well, we're all very open with our nerdiness.
I guess AMA does have a different connotation to it. My bad.
Great.
Ask me anything. Hydrate.
Yeah, I realize that could be, misconstrued outside of Fantasy Grounds topics.
Right. But I'll answer anything. I mean, I've told my life story on this goddamn stream anyway. Everybody knows. Shearbits, Moskinfaz, Shearbits. Thank you. Let's look at the hype boss that's been being attacked all the time. Let's look at it. It is currently, McClancy's down to 99. It's very exciting. So yeah, guys, you can ask us questions. If you have them about Fantasy Grounds or anything, fire away. Fire away in the chat. And let's give away a prize. I might give away 2 tonight. Let's give away 1 right now. How about that? Sherbits. Gorbidal.
Wow.
Oh my God. Gorbidal.
1500.
1500. I guess who's the hype boss now? I don't think there's any question about it. 1501. Gorbidal. Thank you so much, sir.
Wow.
Spending money and he already
Oh
hasn't
gosh
sold
darn it!
anything.
I forgot I can't say wow because you guys always make fun of me.
No, but you want us
Because
to make fun of you.
Because you're kind of like,
I can't help it. It's just how I say wow. I say it all the time. It's my
You should say it.
exclamation word of choice.
What was I doing?
Other
Oh,
than
yeah,
the
yeah.
F word, which I'm trying not to use as much as I normally do.
Why the fuck not?
If I use the F word, you probably should run.
Because when my 5-year-old is at PetSmart and he says, "Look at that fucking thing," that's why I've got to stop saying the F word.
Mom, I fed the
When-
fucking fish.
When a child does that in public and I
Right.
see it and I make eye
need to
contact with the
focus.
parents, I put my hands together in the I'm praying thing and I just mouth thank you. And they just look at me like, what the fuck? What?
Not exactly that messy, but you know he likes to work in his. Oh, and his new favorite thing is to say that he's a grown ass man because he's heard either me or my husband say it once. So now that's my 5-year-old's favorite phrase. Like when we were swimming in the pool the other day, he was trying to get up on the floaty. I was like, "Buddy, do you need help?" And he was like, "No, I'm a grown ass man." I was like, "What did you just say?"
This is hilarious.
All
Oh
right.
my god.
The key word, everybody, is grown ass man. Exclamation
He probably
point,
doesn't even know what it
grown-ass man.
means,
He
right?
doesn't.
just
Like
does
he's
it.
Jack.
5.
It's like I didn't know what brought to you by meant until I got older.
Right.
Brought to you
And then-
by.
The crazy thing too is like we have 2 kids before him, and I've always been a cursor. Like I cuss like a sailor. I have always been this way. I have not changed much in 20 years. And our older kids, when we were like, "Hey, don't say that. That's a grown-up word," or whatever, like they caught on quick. They don't really curse at all. Like my middle kid, he'll spell out bad words when he sees them or hears his friends saying them. Like, "Oh, Mom, Jackson said shit," and I'm like, "Oh, Jackson shouldn't have done that," or whatever. But with the little one, he doesn't give a flying fuck. Literally, he just says all the bad words, and we're like, "Nope, don't say that," and then he'll just say it again. Like he doesn't care. Oh man,
That's
he's
fucking
He's a
awesome.
hoot. He's a
grown-ass
riot.
man.
He's
All
a
right.
grown ass man.
The winner of the thing is Kilowan. Boom.
Grown-ass
Kilowan
man,
recently
Kilowan.
won 3 weeks ago. So even though I
does
like
give
to,
a fuck,
I like to
but-
show the slide, but even though he knows what to do, so PM me Kilowan and pay attention to this, everybody, because I'm gonna give away another prize a little bit later, right before the end of the show. So if you do win, choose the prize from DM's Guild or the Forge. No packages, please. Single item. Send me a PM in Discord and include the item that you wish. And then it depends on, I need your email or your FG forum name, depending on what you want. So email for DM's Guild, FG forum name for a Forge product. Links are appreciated. If you send me the link to the thing you want, do it now. All right, let's go back. Grown ass man. So yeah, does anybody have any questions actually for Fantasy Grounds? Did you guys want to talk about that?
Yeah, sorry. I know I tend to yak a lot.
Yak.
Yak. That's what my parents would say. So
Stop
Yakking.
your
like that's
yakking.
I don't know. Like my parents are boomers. That's the term
Yeah,
they
my
always
parents
use
were
for.
boomers, and I
people
got a lot
talking
of
too much.
phrases like "quit horsing around,"
Yep. Quit horsing around.
stop all that horseplay. I'm like, are we on a farm? What the fuck? And then yeah, I play this game with my friend called. It's not really. I mean, there's no structure to the game. It's just can we come up with oldie timey words like Davenport or billfold or jalopy or just shit that-
Jalopy. Yep.
people
that my
you-
parents got that one stuck on me.
Stop playing grab ass.
Look at that jalopy, like a shitty car jalopy. Yeah. And nowadays,
I was in
people call
college
them
when my
lemons.
friend pulled out his wallet and he goes, "Let me check my billfold." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, let's just everybody calm down for a second.
Billfold?
Did you just fucking say billfold?" And he got so red because his dad said billfold. Yeah, there's so many of those fun words. Davenport.
Did you forget your lunch pail?
Were you
there's,
born in a barn?
uh,
Like, what does that even have to do with the door being open? Make it make sense.
do you guys say sofa or couch?
It
Sofa.
depends.
Well,
I say couch.
yeah.
I also say dinner, not supper.
I say
Uh,
dinner. Yeah, I don't like the word
Because supper sounds too much like I'm supposed to be from the South.
Well,
Yeah.
dinner was lunch and supper was dinner, so it was always confusing in the South.
Yeah, what the hell? Then what's lunch? And also, if there's a brunch,
Yeah.
how come there's not a dinner? Why isn't
We
there a
say
meal
dinner
between?
in our house.
Do you?
If we have a late lunch / early dinner, we call that dinner.
You should be
I
called
want
that.
that shit to fucking catch on So all
Right?
my kids are like, "Hey, are we doing dinner or dinner?" You know.
So it was supper for lunch. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
supper for lunch and dinner.
Celestian, what area of the country was that? It had to be the South.
It sounds like a
Yeah.
South thing.
Yeah.
Like Georgia, Alabama.
Oh, so in Australia, Simbarchi does the normal stuff, couch and dinner.
Couch.
Oh, Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas is the South. I mean, Texas is considered the South.
Yeah, but Texas is the Southwest, not the South.
Well,
like,
Texas is actually right in the middle, right? It's not really
I
Southwest.
understand that, but I think most people consider it to not be part of like Confederate South.
I don't think
you
there's
know what I
a
mean?
Texan in there that considers himself
Although
from the
I
South.
think
They consider
Texans are
themselves
kind
from
of Confederate.
Texas.
Yeah.
Well, there
There's
is the
a
United
whole
States. Let's
other
look at a clip.
section called Texas.
Stealing David's.
Texas
David's
is
face.
its own thing.
Yeah.
we don't include Texas when we talk
Texas
about
is
other
its
things.
own thing.
It is its own thing. Yeah. See, I consider the South like Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama,
Yeah, hi Kitty, I hear you.
Kentucky, Tennessee, some, depending. That's the South to me.
Oh, speaking of, this is just, I
Yeah.
mean, doxing myself, but my address is 100% easy to find on the internet, so I'm not giving away anything anybody can't find. But I did this today. This was kind of cool. You can go to Google Earth and type in your house, right? Type in your address.
You're all South to me. Fuzzy, are you in Canada or something?
Watch
That'd be
this. This
so
is cool.
funny.
Watch this. This is so cool. It goes out to the earth and then it comes around and it goes right to down to my house. What's up? That's my house, y'all. That's where I live.
Cool.
Boom. And you can do
That's
that with like
cool.
the Eiffel Tower or whatever I tried
Who's
to do
that
it.
turning around in your driveway?
Who is that? What the hell? Well, you know what's funny is if you zoom in, you see that there's still 5 bushes. So
Yeah,
those
those
were
aren't there
taken out,
anymore.
like a year ago. So that, the Google's always behind. Who the hell is this? What is this truck right here? What's going on? How dare you?
That's the skid mark you can even still see in your driveway from
I know.
space.
So they're
You
gonna
can
build.
see the skid mark from
They're gonna build
space.
160 houses right here. Oh my god, fucking
Aw.
bullshit.
Poor Rob.
But the cool thing is, they are not. So the guy that owns this, he has said, I want my land to be untouched all the way down to the road. So next to me here, there won't be a house built.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's kind of nice. So because I get a little bit of my dream. And the other thing is that they would have to fuck with this hill so much. This is like a hill right here. I have a rock. You can see
Yeah.
a rock wall that goes around my backyard like that. And I've only landscape. The back is not. Actually, grass now goes all the way to the fence here in the front. The neighbors that used to live there said, "Can we plant grass there? It looks so shitty." I go, "Yeah, you guys can plant it. I'll pay for it." So they did. But now it's all rocks in the back. Anyways, what's up, Fancy Grounds? You have questions? It's always about me. Robin, let's look at your house.
There
I'm
was a
just kidding.
question. I mean, you can, but I don't feel like doxing my address.
Yeah,
so-
we won't. I don't know what your address is. I mean, I might have it in my phone.
I think you have it. I've sent you mail.
Street Cam. What about this? This is better. I mean,
There was a question. There was a question in chat.
Street cams.
Fantasy Grounds question.
okay. Oh, what is it?
I'm looking for it. I missed it.
Oh, can you preview the different types of Vision, Vismod, Vismax? See, there was a discussion about that in my Discord, and I did not know what was going on. Do you know about that, Drake, at all? Vismax. Fuck, let's do it.
Yeah, you can set you
Where's
can
the
set
Fozzy's question?
an effect that if you want your characters only to see so far, then regardless, then you can just put Viz Max 10. And the
Oh,
kids should be on
interesting.
10.
Let's get a. Can you find it, Robin? Did
I
you-
never played with it, but I understand the concept. I let the rule set dictate. But Dave did that on a couple of his tables because he wanted to limit it to dark vision, right? And you can see like way down the hallway. It's like, let me make it a little more slow things down and close things in a little. It was kind of neat.
Fozzie, I didn't see your question in there. Did he post a question? I don't see it either. Yeah, but if he repost it.
The shop and coin bundle?
Okay, hold on now. Let me get a map. Do I have a...
Shop
No.
and coin bundle. Like the Medicurious one? Shops and coins? What's it called? Medicure made a shops extension.
Oh, shit, we'll just use
coin
this map.
converter. Is that what you're talking about, Fozzie? The coin converter by Medicure?
Oh, we got...
Yes. Okay.
Let's see, we got Bobby, Gina, Tommy, Ronnie, Bobby, Mickey. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's go on this map, right? Let's go to open it up and yeah, it's on the play, right? So you know what I don't like is Fantasy Grounds will only let you manipulate the size of a window from the right side. It won't let you do it from the left side. I fucking hate that. Do not like it, everybody. Okay, that evidently didn't work. Let me get rid of that. What did I do wrong?
Bobby
here?
might be a large creature.
Oh, yeah, I think we did that on the show. Let's put on Tommy instead. Oh, yeah, we did. All right, so now Tommy, let's give Tommy what max viz 10, right? Is that right?
No, Viz Max. 10.
Viz max 10, okay. By the way, let's go see where is Fantasy Grounds wiki, I should have said. Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, Viz Max.
Okay, here is
There
the
you go.
Vision wiki page. I'll put this link in the chat, everybody. So what is Viz? Okay, Viz Max is, that's pretty self-explanatory. Gives the person that's the farthest they can see no matter what, right? Viz Mod is a positive or negative number. Visions with unlimited range are not affected. Also, what? So here's let's see. I'm gonna make that a little bigger. So so vision, dark vision, blinded, Viz Mod -10. So does that mean he's?
Oh yeah, his 30-foot dark vision is only 20 right now.
Okay, that makes sense. And then light torch 20, but Viz max 50. All right, so let's go back.
Wait,
Wait,
Rob, he's blinded.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing here. So, but let's
blinded.
go. Now, how do I got to turn on the lights here or something? The lighting. No, not that. How do I turn on the lighting?
On the play button?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's on. Yeah, it's on.
It is? So when I move him... Oh, okay. So his max vision is 10. Now if I change it, to 20, then now he's got max, there you go. So there you go. That's how that works. And then if I further added Viz Mod -10, it would go back to 10. See?
Put blind on and see what happened.
Nothing. He can't. He's turned into a T-Rex in the bottom of a dark fuck. Remember that? So you guys, what game was that? Was that a U game, Drake, or was that a Friday thing?
No, it was It was Undermountain, I think.
Oh, yeah, because Sven is the one that did it, right? He polymorphed me. So anyway, guys, my character had dark vision, but then and I was in this completely dark, vast like things, and I got polymorphed into a T-Rex, which does not have. So my map just went black. We were playing. It's on the internet. I mean, it's on YouTube. But we were playing, and all of a sudden my map went black, and I go, "Oh, there's something wrong." And then they go, "No, you're blind. You can't see." I was like, "Oh shit, that's so cool." Anyway, so blinded. So the thing they were showing over here, where the guy was blinded, he wouldn't be able to see anything. Right? That because that's what we show here. That's what's going on. He's blinded. But if I take off blinded, he's now got 10 because 20 minus 10. And if I take off the mod minus 10, then it's 20. Boom. Does that answer your question? Whoever asked that. Who was that?
It was Simbarchi, maybe?
Mosk
No,
and
Mosk
Fuzz.
and Fuzz.
Okay.
Yeah, the different types of vision. Vision,
Okay.
Vismod, and Vismax.
Cool. So now, did we catch up? Was there somebody that we missed?
So there
I'm
was
sorry.
another question. I was just trying to get clarification on it. So originally Fozzie Bear was asking about the shops extension and the coin converter extension.
Okay.
So Mosk and Foz was chiming in that there's new ones from Mad Nomad, a buy and sell items extension, and a
Yeah, he's got his Coin Converter 2 and his Buy and Sell extension. They
coin
just
converter
released
too,
today,
yeah.
actually.
So I wasn't sure if Fozzie Bear was asking about those ones specifically, the Mad Nomad ones, or the Mad Curio ones, which are Team Twohy products. So yeah, I was trying to get clarification. I think I'm still unsure which ones Fozzie Bear was curious about,
Okay.
but the ones we can show you to everyone in chat is the ones by Manicuri, which is a shops extension and a coin converter extension.
Right. So we'll
made
show
by
both of those
Manicuri.
right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Mad Nomad ones don't fall under the Team Twohy umbrella. So
No, but if he's pretty good about giving me stuff, and then I can show it. But if it only came out today, then
that's
he
what
probably
I'm saying.
he's not. I'm not high on his radar.
He comes on the show time to time as well.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely, yeah.
It could possibly happen in the future that we do get to show them off. It's just probably couldn't be tonight. That's all I was saying. I wasn't trying to make it like anything other than
No.
that. That's all.
All right, so let's use Bobby. So let's go to Bobby's inventory. So
Bobby's broke.
let's just say he's got 1 platinum and like 100 silver and 10 gold and 2 of the dreaded hated EP,
I fucking hate
And
'Electrum.
400
Most
CP.
useless
Okay,
currency in the game is Electrum pieces. Thank you.
thank you. It's a 50-cent piece. It's a Kennedy head.
It's dumb.
So the coin converter
just like
looks like
they are
this.
in real life.
Yeah, they're useless. What machine takes a 50-cent? And when I was a kid, there
Nothing.
were machines that took 50-cent pieces.
Nothing takes them.
And also Susan B. Anthony dollar, you could use.
And
in
if
some
you
stuff.
use them at Walmart, the Walmart employee looks at you like you're crazy, like it's Canadian money or something. They're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, because it's old.
It's a
I mean,
50-cent piece.
we
what
used
it
to
is.
have. We used to have
Hey,
500.
when you give them a dollar
to-
coin, they look at you too, like, where am I
Yes.
supposed to put this?
I
Or
can't
there's
believe how
no
many people
flat
don't know
up
what
my
dollar coins are.
Yeah.
Anyways,
We used to
digress.
have $500 dollar bill, $1,000 bill, $10,000 bill, and $100,000 bill. These existed. My friend from high school has a $500 bill in his collection. But yeah, they decided who's fucking handing out. You go into Walmart with $100,000 bill. Give me change. No, so $100 is all you need. All right.
Yep.
So let's say this guy wanted to convert everything he had into gold. So you could take the 1 platinum. So how this works is you put the number up top, and then you put what it is to gold pieces, or you can change it to any, if I want to change it to copper pieces, I can. Let's do all gold. So 1 platinum to gold, boom. 10 gold got added. 2 EPs, let's put the 2 up there, to gold. Boom, 1 gold. 100 silver, 100 silver to gold. Boom. And then 400 copper to gold. Boom. So you end up with 35 gold. So now on your sheet, just 35 gold, like that. So it's like a little banking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
love
cool.
that extension. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially
Now
if
the
you like run a
shops-
game where you give players like a lot of shops and then you set up like a coin house or a bank or something in the world and they can go to the coin house and get their currency
Right.
exchange.
It's totally the money changers.
I love it.
Jesus will flip
Yeah.
the table and everything. So,
Yes.
if you believe in that sort of thing. So, here is the shops extension. We'll put a shops button there. And then you have to create the shop, right, Drake? Is that true?
Well, he's got some
There's some example shops.
Yeah. So
some
this is,
examples
load the module.
included if you load the.
oh, okay. So this is one that's in this module here.
But it's but if you want
And
to.
so let's just show you how it works. So you can do a markup. You can do, you can make things twice as much or 0.5 half as much, right? But you can just do 1, which is regular. And then, you can see the item, right? Arrows, blowgun, whatever it is. Now, let's say I gave the guy 200 gold. So let's say that. How does it know which character it is? Oh, you know what? This has to be. Yeah, this is going to be where it has to be the character. I don't think. If I do it now, here, let me just test it. 50 gold, buy. Yeah, it just puts it into a right. Because it doesn't know which character is doing it. So you have to.
Yeah, it's not a tool for the DM, it's a tool for your players.
So if you were
So you just
currently
share
controlling
that
the
Yeah,
player.
so
with
I'd
your
have
player.
to right, let's do that. Let's go let's show everybody.
The way
that.
I approach it is I tell them that they each go into a shop and they go up to the counter one at a time.
Yeah.
And here's what's at the counter, and here's the
Right. But you can
you,
so now I'm going to join as a player.
Mhm.
And then I'll
So-
do it that way.
You're going to find when you connect as the player here that on the DM side, you actually need to copy the shop to like the campaign data. So it's like part of the campaign folder, basically, and then share it so that the players can actually access it. That is the one caveat to how the shops work. That you can't share the shops stored within a module. You have to make a copy of the shops that come from a module, for example, and then you can share it with the players.
Okay, but this one I think is in the campaign.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
I did want to verbally note that too. For,
Yeah, that's great.
people who are watching this later. It was talked about in chat, but I just wanted to make sure we, covered that tidbit
Okay.
so that if anybody's watching this show, like not on Twitch, on YouTube or something,
Right.
they do know that information.
All right, so let's go to shops. Oh, yeah, so I have to share it, I think.
Yeah, you do have
I
to
have
share
to,
it always, and it has to be not from a module again. Yeah.
Sharing. Share to share it. Okay. So there we go. So yeah, so now this should work. So
Yeah.
let's say the guy buys 2 hand axes, right? And you see that the let me go back. So there's 2 hand axes, and when I put them over to the cart, it disappears. So it keeps track of inventory, so you can make your store have anything you want.
and -1 would be unlimited inventory,
Infinite,
so
yep.
infinite.
And,
Exact coins needed. Check character sheet, it says. So I'm going to buy these, and it's going to cost 10 gold pieces. Buy. Boom. 190 and 2 hand axes. Nice.
And for a bit of more information for DMs who want to use this, you'll notice on the shop inventory to the right of the number value column, there's like a little bubble. If you enable that bubble, when the player buys something, it actually won't go into their inventory, but it will deduct the gold value. And I tend to use that for things like they eat at a restaurant or an inn, or you can use it as like they're purchasing a night stay at an inn, because you don't want those to go into their inventory and clutter up their inventory.
Oh.
Service.
But you
it's
do
like
want
a
them
service.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I use them for services.
Do
and
not
things
add
like
to
that.
inventory when purchased. Great. So in this case, they wouldn't have it because they're all weapons. But let's say this quiver was a
meal at an inn.
meal.
Or a night
Oh, I have
stay
to
or
be the
something.
DM.
Yeah.
So
A
let's say
corn dog.
the great axe.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the great axe. So let's say that's a corn dog. So you do it and you buy it. 30 gold goes away, but it doesn't go in the inventory. Boom, and it's all in the chat.
And now you just ate a $30 corn dog.
Yep.
So
And it won't
let's
clutter up his inventory with pointless
The corn dog's only a
consumables,
nickel. It was the
services.
$25 worth of Tums that you gotta.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can make multiple shops, Fozzie Bear. I think that's what you're asking. The only example I can give is if you want to watch on Rob's VODs, if you watch our Dragonlance game, when I give the players like a town map, I just link all the shops. I made one shop for each like location they can go to, so they can go to the blacksmith and buy items or pay for enchanting services at the blacksmith, or they can go to the tavern and order food and get a night's room at the tavern, or they can go to the curio shop and buy random shit there. So just make all these different shops, and then I pin them to the map and share them to the players. So when the players have downtime during our Dragonlance game, they can just go shopping whenever they want, and it's super
Well,
easy because I don't have to mediate any of it.
not from he's given you the examples in the module. So all you got to do is just drag them into your campaign.
Yep,
And
yep.
you made them. So
Yep, you
the
can
player
definitely use
handbook,
those sample
all the
shops.
stuff that's in the player's handbook, all the stuff that's weapons, armors. He's got all those examples. So if you want them in your campaign, you just drag them in there and it
Yeah.
duplicates them.
Definitely. I
got 'em.
would 100% recommend just using the sample shops because they cover, like Manicure made just about every type of shop you can think of, like
Well, he didn't make them all.
well,
I
right,
kind
right.
of helped.
Oh,
I
Drake
kinda-
made them. Okay. But I mean,
I
what I
drug a
mean to
bunch of
say is
stuff.
there's shops there for everything you can think of.
So he has,
general goods, weapons, like all that stuff.
right, he has adventuring gear, he
Yeah,
has
there you go.
armor, he has mounts and drawn vehicles, etc. He has a weapon shop and tools. So he's got 5 different examples.
Yep.
And you can or you can go to shops and create and actually do the start it just and you just drag the items in. So
You can drag parcels in too.
Yeah,
like-
it
I
was just-
do. I open up
amazing.
the magic items and then I make a magic shop. Okay, you got 3
Yep.
of these potions, choop choop choop, and you
Yep.
got 2 of these, pew pew pew, and just drag.
I do
that
the
stuff
same.
over.
Yeah. I like, and even at like, if I make, for example, in our Dragonlance game right now, if you guys were to go to the blacksmith, for example, I like putting, like, they have all the regular PHB weapons at the blacksmith, but I also put in like 1 or 2, like, oh, they have this +1 spear at the blacksmith shop right now. Like, you can go get that. But
Yeah.
obviously, like, for people who don't want to do like that much work, you can use these default shops that Manicure has, or
And-
like maybe down the road I have a book coming up soon after my setting book releases that is like a shopping and loot module, like with a lot of items and a lot of shops in it, and like I'm hoping to make a shops module that will go along with that book, so like that would have like 30 something shops in it, so like there's a possibility that there may be more modules in the future using Manicure's shops extension.
yeah. So here's dragging
And-
a parcel in. So this has 2 items and I just drag it in and boom. Look at that. Nice. That's how you do it.
And it's gonna give you if there's the thing that the shops does is if there's a range of value on it, it's actually gonna randomly assign that
Yep.
value.
Oh, that's cool. So,
So
if you
you
use a
don't
template.
so you don't have a random value in your player's inventory. It has
Yeah.
a price.
All right, now I'm going to clean this up.
And just Mad's new thing, he's made it's just a convenient functionality thing. If you want to sell something or add more to your inventory, you can just right click on it now and say sell, and it will sell it and put the cash in your character sheet. So it doesn't really take away from anything that's out there. It's just adding more features to Fantasy Grounds. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
Simple.
Just cleaning up What did I do?
Oh,
Oh, from the character sheet. Yeah, that I know.
image. Yeah.
New story. There's all these new blank entries because we use this for every show and we test stuff, and so that's why. I don't think there'll be any more stuff. Okay. So we leave these in case we want to do battle or something, right? All right. Does anybody else have any more questions?
Mark?
Wow, I feel that we actually answered a question today, like we normally. Hydrate. Oh, I just did hydrate. I got water here too. I got Gatorade and water. I'm taking suggestions for what I should have for dinner, everybody. If you don't have any questions, then I'll let some comments. Ronnie, Bobby, Mickey, and Mike. I'll close this. And then I didn't forget. We're gonna give away another prize. I didn't forget. See, Kelwan's already claimed his prize. We'll look at that later. No doxing. Watered down Gatorade. Well, I took a sip of Gatorade and then I took a sip of water. What I do is Gatorade. I'm trying to because I went to the hospital for dehydration, so I'm trying to just force electrolytes into myself all the time. But when I take my medication, I do it sometimes with not water, but I try to do it with water because it seems odd to not take medication with water. I don't know. I've been doing it for 9 years. Well, wait, longer than that.
Like I tried it a couple times with like coffee. No, it doesn't work.
Somebody told me, oh, I know who it was. It was Lee Elkill. Is she here? Yeah, she's in the chat now. She said a good electrolyte. She told me half water, half orange juice, which I thought was a good idea. I don't have orange. I have pineapple juice here though.
Yeah, I've heard of watering down Gatorade. The problem I have with Gatorade is it has too much sugar in it.
Then you water it down.
Gatorade, yeah.
Well, what I do is I water down Gatorade. Like if I have an open bottle and then another open bottle, like I only really drink the yellow and the red. But if I have two open bottles, the way I water it down is I pour one into the other and make a mix. That's how I water it. Yeah, then it's a whole different.
I like the crappy orange too because it's like tang and.
Yeah, the orange. When you water it down, doesn't throw me. The other thing is
I like the blue one and the white one. Gatorade.
The white one is what, cherry?
Yeah, it's like I don't know what they call it. I don't remember the name of the flavor. I just like the way it tastes.
They do have 0 calorie or 0 sugar.
Zero sugar ones, yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to join Al Qaeda and drink shit, then you can do that. But
so here's the thing though, the flip side of that is that a lot of the sugar-free. I don't know if this is true for Gatorade, but sugar-free like junk drinks like pop, soda, stuff like that, whatever. Usually they use a sugar alternative, which is actually worse for you than just regular sugar.
Yeah, your body doesn't know. It's got to do something with that crap. Store it somewhere in your liver.
I wish like America and especially would stop using high fructose corn syrup. Like that's the worst shit for you.
Oh
on
yeah.
Earth.
If I'm gonna drink a regular sugared soda, I try to find cane sugar.
Yes, cane sugar.
Because that's natural.
I wish we could just go back to using cane sugar.
I mean, high fructose corn syrup is natural from corn, but the
way it's processed though, and the way that your body processes it it's so terrible for you. It's horrible for you, which sucks because I don't like drinking coffee, but I have a caffeine addiction. So the only way I get my caffeine is through soda. So I don't know. And like the older I've gotten, the more I guess like conscious I've been about this, but like I can't quit. I've tried quitting and it's like, a coffee drinker giving up their coffee. It's fucking miserable. I can't do it. I've tried.
I trained myself to drink black coffee, so
I just can't. I hate coffee.
I do it for the caffeine.
About coffee, right?
And now I enjoy it actually. Just black. Yeah. I like it now, just black. It's nice.
It's funny. I have an addictive personality. It's amazing to me that. But so the way I didn't get addicted to drugs was I just never did them, and I didn't get addicted to coffee because I never drank it. But the things I am addicted to, like diet soda, like I can't fucking stop. Like there's nothing to make me stop.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, same.
Oh my god, Randall, what?
Wow, I can hear that too.
That's why I don't drink. Like my parents are both alcoholics, so I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Just to, because that shit's genetic from what I understand. And like I have a pretty addictive personality. Like once I start playing a game, I get hooked on it. You know what I mean? Like I know that I have a problem with these kinds of things. I can't quit drinking soda. I've tried many times. I get horrific headaches. I turn into a really bitchy person. And that's just not me. And I just, like I can't live my life like that.
Messi wants to know if he can get addicted to Rob Twohy. Yes, you can. You'll find out, sir. You'll find out. Okay, you gonna purr for the people? You gonna purr into the microphone?
Yeah, I can't drink coffee. The only thing I like about coffee is the way it smells when it's brewing. That's it. I
Yes.
don't like the way it tastes.
Yes.
I can't fucking stand
I've told
it.
that story before. When I was a kid, I used to love to make the coffee for my parents because it smelled so good.
It smells
and my
so
dad's
good.
my dad's pipe tobacco, and he had 85 different flavors. It smelled so good. And I asked him to like, hey, can I try a pipe? And he goes, okay. And then I'm like, yeah, thanks. Bye-bye.
Yeah, pass.
No, thank you. Yeah. Because I had my first drag off a cigarette when I was 5. I had my first, yeah, because we were camping. My mom and I were camping. She was a single mom at the time, and she smoked. And you know a 5-year-old Robin.
I know. I know how it
Mom,
goes.
what is that? She's like, oh
My
no, this isn't for
5-year-old
you.
tries to drink my husband's beer. Like I get it.
Yeah.
I totally
But
get it.
I guess I just wouldn't like, Mom, please, I want it. And the more she told me it wasn't for me and it's for adults and it's bad for you and no.
The more you want it.
Yeah. So then she said, okay, here, suck really hard. Like she made sure. She goes, take a big puff on that. And it almost fucking killed me. And I was like, okay, thank you. No. And I never
You were
smoked.
coughing for a week.
Yeah, I was green. So then I told this story to my mom as an adult. She's like, that's fucking child abuse. And same thing with alcohol. My dad drank. He drank Olympia beer. I don't know if that's still a thing, but it was a big.
It is. On the West
Can
Coast.
Dad, please, no, you're not gonna like it. He tried to tell me you're not gonna like it, and I'm like, just let me try. No, you're not gonna like it. And then finally, okay, take a big. He did the same thing. Take a big sip, swallow hard, and I was like,
My dad
yeah, fuck that.
Did that with a Chevette Regal. Oh, Chevette.
I've probably had 10 beers
Gosh.
in my whole life. And when I was a comedian, I would get like a Heineken and nurse it for 4 hours to try to just make people think I was cool. Like
That's how I drink. Like
Yeah.
if I was to have an alcoholic drink, I drink like once a year, maybe twice a year. I'll have a drink occasionally, right? And if I get a drink, it takes me like 3 hours to finish it.
Can you guys hear it?
I don't hear it.
Okay, he's purring, but he's also fucking slobbering. Get off me. Oh my god, I need a Kleenex. When he purrs, he just slobbers. He just slobbers so much. It's gross.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I used to smoke. My husband and I were both smokers, and we were in the army. It's so easy to be a smoker when you're in the army.
Oh, I
And, like-
smoked. I smoked all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
funny.
we were like pack a day smoker. It was bad.
Yeah.
We got out and we switched to vaping, and we've been doing vaping, and right now we're like trying to quit that too. So like
When they get to be
we're getting
$5 a pack, that's when I quit. I'm like,
Mhm.
screw this.
Yeah, and like with the thing we liked about the vapes too is like you can start at like a nicotine level that's equivalent to like a pack a day smoker, and then you can like work your way down the nicotine. So like we have been vaping for a few years now, and we're at the lowest amount of nicotine you can buy. It's like
I
3
did the
milligrams per bottle.
Patch.
It's like having, 1 cigarette a day is like the level basically. And so we're at the point where like we could probably quit vaping. Like we don't really need it for the nicotine anymore. Our nicotine's so low, but it's the habit of it, I think, is the
Yeah, the
hardest part
smoking
to
wasn't
quit.
at all hard to quit, really. I mean, it was easy to quit the smoking. It was hard to get off the nicotine.
Yeah.
And if you like she's talking about, you got to pick your vice what you want to down, 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 and then
Yeah.
pretty soon you're down to nothing, and you can
Yeah.
just stop.
Yep. I'm hoping to
You
be
know,
done vaping in like a month. Or a month or two, like tops. I feel like I won't be vaping
cheer you
anymore,
guys
and I'll
on
be
to-
done. And I
My
will never do it again.
Both my parents died of cancer and they were smokers.
Mhm. Oh yeah, my
Um,
dad died aged like 55, drank himself to death. Like I
You know what's
I don't want to go
interesting
down that
is
road, you know?
you can name any addiction. You can just name whatever it is, drugs, alcohol, whatever it is you can name.
Pizza.
All addiction. Well, let me get to that. All addictions that you can name, every single one of them, you can quit cold turkey and it won't kill you. Food is the only one you can't quit. You have to manage it.
True.
And so that's my problem is food. I don't overeat. People when you see a fat person, the thing that when you look at the person and they're overweight, it's your natural instinct to go, oh, they eat a lot of food. And I don't overeat. I just eat wrong. And you can gain weight by under eating as well. Like I'm ashamed that I'm overweight because I know the science on how to fix it. It's just I'm not willing to do it.
Too lazy.
You know,
That's my problem.
my mom was so
Yeah.
funny. My mom
I'm
was
just
not a
gonna eat
life
this
coach.
and
She wasn't
eat it.
my mom was not anybody that had any piece of wise advice for much. But she did say one thing to me that stuck with me. And this was, this was 3 to 5 years before she died. And plus she died of cancer. Well, no, she didn't. She hit her head and that's a fucking long, but she had cancer. Anyway, what she said was, I can eat right and exercise and do everything you're supposed to do. All the, what quote they say to do. And, maybe I live an extra 2 or 3 years, but it's the last 2 or 3 years. And why would I want to live, why would I want to live to 87 instead of 85 or whatever it might be when I can just be happy every day doing what I want to do? And I'm like, that's the fucking smartest thing you've ever said. And that's kind of how I live is, I'm 57. I don't want to die, but whenever the thing is, you can walk out into the fucking street and trip and fall in a manhole and, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
You choke on a pickle from a hamburger.
What?
You sure could, I suppose.
Oh yeah, choke on a pickle. That sounds like something that should be in a movie. Why don't you choke on a pickle?
Slipping in the shower, man. I have a story about that. When I was like 14 or 15 years old, my grandpa was on like oxygen and he was like super old and dying basically. So me and my mom would go to his house twice a week to clean his house for him because he couldn't do it anymore and he lived all alone. And like we'd spend time with him and sometimes like play chess or whatever. My grandpa was old as fuck. And he had these parrots. I forget what kind of parrots they were, but they were like they could talk and they would cuss all the time. It was like the funniest shit ever to be like 15 years
That
old
is
to
fine.
go see my grandpa's parrots and they're like, get the fuck out of here when you walk in the door. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Anyways, I digress. So we were cleaning his house and I got like, it was the day we were like dusting underneath everything. We like moved his stove out, like cleaned out, just doing like a good cleaning job, deep cleaning. And so after I was like really dirty and gross and like I had somewhere to be, I don't remember the details. So my grandpa was like, oh, you could just take a shower here in my house. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So my mom's playing, they set up chess, they're playing chess. And I go to take a shower and I'm 15 years old. And I like slipped in the shower and I hit my head. And I actually like briefly like blanked out while I was in my grandpa's shower. And like my mom heard me fall, so she comes running in and she busts in on me. I'm like passed out on the floor, I guess, of the shower while it's still running. And she's like freaking out and I'm like naked as a jaybird. Then my grandpa comes in, like hobbling his way in with his little walker. Everything okay in here? And I'm like naked as a jaybird. My mom hasn't seen me naked since I was like 6 years old, probably. I'm a teenager, like it was just the most embarrassing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if it's your parent,
to me as a
they
teenager.
their parents' eyes are. It's like you might as well have been fully clothed. Like they don't see that. Right.
I know, but my grandpa, like,
maybe he would have been like, "Whoa,
lordy,
that's not what you look like when you were born." Yeah.
And I was like, "Look, I just slipped in the shower. I don't know. It's crazy."
That story was hot, Robin. That was a hot story.
No, not at all.
So I'm gonna give away another prize.
Surprised I didn't die.
I know.
I could have died.
I have
died when I
died.
was 15 years old.
I died 3 times. I told you guys. All right, let's do it again.
I got hit by lightning. That's the
What?
closest I can. Yeah.
That's crazy. Did you get superpowers afterward?
No, I got empty bladder and I flew through the air about 8 feet.
Exclamation
That
point.
is wild.
I died 3 times, you guys.
Have you ever seen this movie called Powder?
Yeah,
Drake?
no.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
It's like one of my favorite movies ever. It's super obscure. Not that many people have seen it. But it's about a kid, like an albino kid who gets struck by lightning. I don't know. It's great. It's a great movie. You should watch it. Look, I suggested a movie for you to watch. That never happens.
Powder. I'm gonna check it out.
Powder. Yeah, it's good.
I died. Exclamation point! I died 3 times. Everybody, I did. I died once at 30,000 feet. Once in an ambulance, and then once at University of Washington Medical Center, all the same day.
That's.
I like to tell that
I
story
died
so
3
that
times.
then I can say there's no light, there's no voice, there's no God, there's no nothing. You just die, and then they bring you back. All right, let's do the draw. Let's do it. The winner is boom, Agent Covenant. Agent Covenant has been here since August of 18 and has never won a prize. Congrats.
Congrats.
Let's redo the prize slide, right? So, not sure if you're on my Discord or not, Agent Covenant. You should be. If you're not, how dare you? But there's a link to that. So you send me a personal message in Discord and pick an item that you'd like from the DM's Guild or the Forge. And when you pick that item, send me a link to it. And then depends on if you're picking something from the DM's Guild, I need your email to send that to you. Oh, you've won under a different name. Oh, GWD005. Oh, shit.
Oh, it's
We know who you are.
GWD.
Okay. No, I don't need to explain
Nice
this.
name change.
He changed his name. Okay, I got to remember that. Agent Covenant. Oh, but you got, when you changed your name, you got credit for being here since it gave you all your same old stats. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Interesting. But it didn't remember that he's won before.
Yeah.
I'm wanted by the man, so I'm hiding out. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
he's
I
hiding
should
out from
type
the
that.
man. He's hiding out from the man. That's funny. So, all right. So we gave away another prize. Let me close it. Let me put this down. Google Earth, everybody. There's my house. I'll show you where I am right now. I'll show you where I
I
am
can't
right now.
believe you can see the skid mark in your driveway.
I know. I'll show you where I am right now. I am. See this window? That's me. I'm right inside this window right here. Boom.
Wave. I can see
No,
where
this
you
is a picture from like 2 years ago.
Oh.
But, and then the
That'd be
HOA
funny if it was
president,
live.
Tyler and Danielle, the foster parents of the kitties, they live in this house.
Is
with
that a
Electra.
bear in your neighbor's backyard? What the hell
What
is
the
that
fuck
standing
are you
there?
talking about? A
Down the
bear.
hill. No, the other way. The brown thing right there.
Like 3 houses.
This?
That yeah. It looks like a
he's-
bear standing there or something.
He's got kids. Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Oh, it's like a playground.
Yeah, he got a fence there, so I can't.
Playhouse thing or whatever.
But yeah, this is the guy I was talking to. This is where we were at yesterday. The block party was basically right here, and his garage door was open, and he had that anime thing hanging in there. So I asked him about it. Yep.
Nice.
And then the party was actually for the people that live here, because they're leaving. They're renters, and they have to be out by the end of the month. They're moving to
Boo.
Newport, Washington. They have 3 kids, and they want to go to a small town. So
Look at that dam across the street. That's so
look at that. Isn't
nice.
that cool? So I live. So there's the dam, and then over here is the. How do you move? How do you go? Like okay, and then here's the airport. It's a small airport. It's not a it's a single engine.
Municipal
It's one of those.
airport.
And they have in the water. How do you move this thing? Oh, there we go. In the water, there's I don't think there's any park there, but you can do seaplanes too, right?
Oh, cool.
And then I think this is the fucking police academy shooting range.
Oh.
So all day long.
Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah. And
Love
what
it.
what it sounds like from the distance I am, which I'm about half a mile away, It just sounds like firecrackers is what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love
that.
I tell people, they go, "Where do you live, Rob?" I go, "Are you familiar with the dam on Upriver Drive?" Upper Drive is a street that comes along, and people that live in Spokane, they're like 10 years. No, where's that? I'm like, fuck, Jesus Christ, you got to be kidding me. Because this was my favorite. This road that goes along the river, that was my favorite thing to do in high school, was to drive along that. So I thought, well, fuck, I'll just live there. Oh, let's go see my old house.
Hell yeah.
Okay, my old house is...
Wait, why is it so much like less green?
Well, because this is
like,
all...
one side's green
this
and
is
the other
a,
side's not green.
So the Hutton settlement and all the land around it, which they've done nothing with, is an orphanage. And whoever the people are, the Huttons, they're dead, long dead, 50 years dead. But they had millions and millions and millions of dollars. So not only is this empty land, they planted big trees all along here so you can't even see into it anymore.
Oh, that's
But guess what? Google Maps, fuckers. I can see what I want. All right, where's my old house? Here's the library. My old house is...
Did you just say library?
Yeah, library.
Library.
I know, it's library. My old house is right here. Let's go around the front. So, when I got my studio built, it was right inside here. But when I was on my laptop, it was like right where the chimney is, right in here.
Look, they put a garden in.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Oh, cute.
That was not there. And as a matter of fact, they redid this. So, but the back half of this was all just like tall weeds. And the sprinklers only...
You're taking care of it.
The sprinklers
there's
are
a
only
little
here.
garden in, too.
Look at these fucking trees. Jesus Christ. This was a cute little house built in 1945, but it was too much, and a detached garage fucking sucked.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
Yeah, in the winter. Oh my God.
Hard
But
pass.
it was too much of my mom, you know what I mean, you guys? I had to get out. I had to go.
Makes
Because I didn't
sense.
want to be reminded of her every day. I mean, there's enough to remind me of her, but I didn't want to be like living in her. So I had her bedroom, which became my bedroom, has pink walls. So it was like
Amazing
sleeping in my
paint
mother's
walls.
womb. It was fucking disgusting. And if
You
I
can
ever did
paint
have
walls, Rob.
I know, not me. No. I don't do it. But
did.
Hire someone to paint walls.
He said, paint my new walls, and then he moved into them.
the other thing was this is a half an acre. I mean, fuck that.
Oh yeah, fuck
Yeah,
that.
just
I
fuck all
don't. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Fuck that.
But I could walk down the street and then to like say I'm gonna go vote or something down the street. And then when I got here, go over here, and there's the library, Robin. There's the library right here. You know what I eat at the library? Biscotti.
Biscotti?
Yeah. Actually, I was just here in this building the other day for the traffic meeting that we had for the... Oh my God.
We
Anyway,
also
people are
live
watching.
within
People
walking
tune in and
distance of
turn
our
on Twitch like, hey,
library.
Fantasy Grounds. Like, what the fuck? Is this Fantasy Grounds? Can you do tokens on the Spokane?
The library for me is about a mile, maybe.
Yeah, I think mine's maybe a little
That's a
under
nice
a mile, but
Easy
it's
peasy
walkable.
bike ride. Easy
Yeah.
peasy.
We have a
I ride
bike
my bike
path.
up to the Juneau Pier at the Atlantic Ocean all the time.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so our town has like this bike path that goes from like where our neighborhood is all the way into like the old town, like the main street of the town we live in. And like you can get to like all the shops and all the food and the library and all that. So we take our bikes out and take the kids to the library in the summertime and stuff like that. It's super fun.
The Spokane River kills about 20 or 25 idiots every year. Just fucking stupid people.
Hey, y'all watch this.
Then you can go all the way down right down here. Let's see, where is it? Right here? Is this it? Yeah, Riverfront Park. This right here. So in the 1800s, this was all railroad yard. Everything was here, just was railroad. But now, this is where Expo 74 was, the World's Fair. These falls, people fucking tube down these falls and die. Fucking idiots.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and then this bridge right here, this bridge right here. You can walk across this bridge and the fucking mist will get on you'll be soaking wet just from the mist. It's so cool.
Jeez, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, it's
I'd
really
like to
cool.
go there. That's
It's
so
a fun
cool.
place. Riverfront Park is cool, and then right here is depending on when this picture was taken, this is an ice rink,
Oh, that's cool.
and so it's not just open. It's got like a path. It's like this weird thing you go around, and it's like a figure eight or whatever. I don't know. And they change it into roller blades or roller skating and then and there's gondolas. Where's the gondolas here? Yeah, where do they go? I can't. But they go down over the river wherever somewhere. And then there's this thing. What is this? Oh no, this is the ice rink. So that's how it's shaped when you skate on it, and it's really weird. It's fun.
It also looks like a go-kart track, maybe. But
yeah, but so it's ice in the winter and then rollerblades in the summer or whatever. I don't know. And then this is the restored merry-go-round, and the expo, the World's Fair here was in 1974, so I was 8. But my mom, who was like 35, she helped probably down the street in this building over here somewhere. She restored one of the horses that went on the merry-go-round. And she worked on that for like months. She went there every day, like after school and on the weekends, and she for like 4 months and painted and scraped and sanded and carved and did whatever to restore this merry-go-round horse. And there was a bunch of people, all volunteers, right? So then she got her name was on it, so you could go see her name on the horse when you rode it. They redid this whole thing. It used to be, I want to say, the merry-go-round was where this fountain is originally, and then they moved it and totally restored it like about 5 years ago. And it's the Loft Carousel. Loof Carousel, yeah. Yep. And my friend CJ, he lives in this building right here. And what else? What do you guys want to know about Spokane? Spokane's pretty cool. But I live, you can tell,
pretty cool.
I live out where I'm close to shit, right? Oh, here's a golf course, and then the post office is right across the street. This is a post office. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, Spokane, everybody. Oh, a Vista Stadium. So this is where the AAA ball club Spokane Indians play. They're a farm team of, I think, the San Francisco Giants. And they play here. Yep. Yep. Here's the parking lot. But this is also where the fair is. So the fair every September comes here, and all the animals are over here, and whatever, all of this shit. Yep. What else?
Nice train
trains?
spur
You need
there,
some
too.
train stuff? You got train
Jeez.
stuff? Yeah, train stuff. Yep.
So if you got on the Amtrak to go to Chicago to visit Robin, you would go right down there somewhere?
No, Amtrak goes... I'll show you where Amtrak ends up. Amtrak...
If you rode Amtrak all the way out here, I'd have to go to Union Station to pick you up. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No offense. I would if I had to, but no. So we don't live in Chicago. In fact, we live like an hour away from Chicago, give or take, on a good day. And like going into like Union Station in Chicago, for example, is such a fucking nightmare. Like, because it's in the heart of downtown, basically. And we
Yeah, I've
don't
never
like
been through
driving in downtown
Chicago.
Chicago. It's
I've been through
terrible.
New York on the Amtrak and Washington D.C.
I've never been to New York or Washington, D.C. I've always wanted to go, though.
Yeah,
My
here it is.
recommendation is highly recommend going to Washington D.C.
Yeah.
You know,
It's so pretty.
I
Such a
want
pretty
that's what I
town.
wanted to do is I wanted to go from here to Washington D.C. on a train. But if I did that, I'd want my own state, my own room, my own private thing, and that is fucking outrageous. It's like $2,000
Yeah, they're like
or something really
$2,000.
crazy.
Yeah, it's stupid.
So if I ever did that, it would be when I had an extra cash.
And the food's stock.
Plus, I have to get in
right
shape
now.
because I'm gonna walk that mall and go to the Lincoln Memorial, and I gotta fucking get in shape. I can't even walk to
Yeah,
the
but
driveway right
when
now.
I met Matakuri there, we did almost 10 miles that day. I did.
Jeez.
Between the train and the bus station and the hotel and then the freaking the whole freaking Lincoln Memorial to the other side, to the White House, to the Capitol building. It's huge.
I graduated high school in this building right here. It's called the INB Center, but it used to be called the Spokane Opera House. So I graduated in there. Boom. We poured suds into this fountain right here and made it all sudsy. That was in 1984, y'all. What's up? What else you guys want to know? Oh, this is the famous... So this is the only thing left from when it was a railroad yard, the clock tower. And George Bush Sr. came here in whatever it would have been, 92 or something, right? Whenever he was president. And I just remember there were Secret Service guys with rifles up here in the top. And I could see them. And I was not there to see George Bush. Whatever. I was fucking... didn't care about politics back then. But I was down here for something else. And just remember seeing them up there and that. But that's a cool thing. Yep. This is the pavilion that used to have, used to be covered. And the cover, it was all white, and the cover kept blowing off. What the hell is this? I don't even know what that is.
Sidewalk or something.
And they took out the IMAX theater. So the IMAX theater used to be right here. They took it out. Don't know why they took it out. But it was the first IMAX theater in the United States. There was one in Australia, I think, before. But in 1974, for the World's Fair, they had the IMAX there, and it just blew people away. Oh, and then my fantasy was to live... Let's see, let me find it here. Is it this one? Yeah. My fantasy was to live in this condo right here. And it's like $2 million. It was because when I was looking for houses, that kept coming up. Like I would do searches for condos and houses, before I bought my house, and that just kept coming up. And I'm like, but I don't have $2 million. Fuck, stop showing me this. But it was amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. But imagine living.
Wouldn't want to live in a condo.
But imagine living here, right here, like that. How awesome would that fucking be? Just to see that all the time, every day.
True.
And then when Ozzy Osbourne comes or AC/DC, it's right here behind you. Just walk over there.
But condos.
Yeah, well, condo, yeah, but so big that you would never even know you had a neighbor. Like,
yeah,
this condo that's up here goes like half the building.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's like so you could just your bedroom
bad.
could just be here and you whatever. And then, oh, here's the YWCA. Can't go in there because that's for women. The men's is here. They don't let you in there because you're a man. You have to be trans to go in there. I did comedy in this building. This is a thrift shop. This is, I think, maybe now this might be a thrift shop too, but it was several different types of restaurants and stuff. They're still building all this over here. There's, however old this picture is, they're still building this, whatever this is. I don't even know. But yep. Yep. There's this. Oh, you know what they have? Do you guys know what Hoop Fest is? So Hoop Fest, Spokane is home to the largest and most famous 3-on-3 basketball tournament in the world, and it's every June. It's coming up. It's like in a couple weeks. But this, and they play, basically they set up basketball. They set up like 150 basketball courts all downtown everywhere.
Wow.
And all the parking lots and everything. But I think this is like the championship game is played here or something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. What's that called? It's called North Bank. What did it say? North Bank Basketball Court. Yep. So, yep.
Neat.
Yep. Is anybody getting seasick? Gonzaga. I tried to. My dad's cousin was president of Gonzaga in 1974. You can look that up. Father Richard Twohy. You can look it up. And I went to go see when, like in 2009, before my transplant. I was going to look and see, like, oh, I'm going to go here. Because they said that if you were something like 40 or 45 years old or something, you got 50% off tuition. And I thought, hey, I'll just go check it out and see if I can get some classes or do something, just for, I had nothing to do. So I was trying to, better myself. So I go in there and I go to the admissions office and the gal was real nice and she's like, Twohy, do I know that name? And I go, well, Father Twohy. Oh yeah, Father Twohy. Wasn't he president here? And I go, yeah. And I go, does that get me anything? No, that doesn't get you anything. I was like, fuck. And then they had just stopped. Like I was there in May or something. And in December of the previous year, they stopped doing the half off tuition thing. So I was like, yeah, fuck.
Boo.
Because it's like $1 million
them.
a year to go there. Gonzaga,
That's crazy.
you know, Jimmy Kimmel will tell you it doesn't exist if you ever know about his little thing. Every time the basketball, the March Madness, and Gonzaga's always in it. And he's like, that place doesn't even exist. It's not real. It's so funny. There it is,
Would
everybody.
say that.
And then my little nieces went to St. Aloysius Gonzaga. They went here for their school because they're indoctrinated into the fucking Catholic thing. Oh, my God. I went to a fucking softball game right here.
Wow.
One of them was in it, and one of them, they're twins, and one of them was in it, and one of them was not. And I thought, well, that's odd.
Normal. They're different people.
Different people. They are different. Only one of them talks to me. They're very different. I
I had good friends growing up that were twins, identical twins, and they were like the polar opposite of each other, personality, in just about every way possible.
This is where I believe my parents met. Chief Gary Park. The woman that introduced them, she had a name. There was a woman on a coffee commercial back in the 70s. And this woman had that same name, and now I can't remember it. But my dad...
The Sanka one? The Sanka commercial?
Well, she was Mrs. Something, and then the woman that introduced my mom and dad, she had the same name, and I used to ask my mom, is she the one from the commercial? No, Rob, no. You already asked me that 75 times. And so then, you know, when my mom would get slightly irritated with me asking her something, I would just ask her 7,000 more times. It was so funny to me.
For some reason, I always picture you as Calvin, like from Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes. Should I put a sticker on the back of my car with him peeing on stuff? Anyway, so that's the tour of Spokane, everybody.
Woot! Tonight on
Yeah, I'm all
Fantasy
over.
Grounds.
Here, I'll show you the real airport, like the fucking airport. That's the airport. You know what I mean? Here it is, right here. Look at that shit.
Yeah, SeaTac.
No, SeaTac is Seattle.
I know that. I was being sarcastic in that Spokane doesn't exist when you talk about Washington State. Only.
Oh
SeaTac
yeah. Well, so the
exists.
two. I've said this many times. That growing up and going and living in Los Angeles and Phoenix and all these places I lived, you'd tell people, Rob, where are you from? Oh, Spokane. Oh, Seattle. Did I fucking say
No.
Seattle, dick?
Yeah, not even
The other one
anywhere
is-
near Seattle.
Where are you from? Washington. Oh, Washington D.C., our nation's capital. No, I didn't say that, did I? And then I have to fight. I've murdered 17 people for this. Yeah, so you guys don't know about my secrets.
When we lived in Washington, we lived near Tacoma, but not in Tacoma. But
Yeah.
we would always just tell people we lived in Seattle because people who aren't from Washington also don't know that Tacoma exists either.
Right,
They just know
right.
Seattle. So you can't even say you live in Tacoma because they're like, oh, where's that? Oh my God, it's kind of near Seattle, but not
Yeah.
really.
It's like 30 miles.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Tell
here's
people
the...
you're from Jupiter. Like,
Yes.
When you leave the parking garage, you gotta drive, and then by the
oh,
time you
and
get,
I'm from Mars.
if you get
That's
down,
the reply
if
we
you're on the
used to
top
get.
level and you drive, and then by the time you get down, you're sick. You're like, oh my God, how much does this ticket get? Let me get out of here. It's fun. $10 a day, $12, I think. Yeah. And then Airway Heights and the casino.
Man, even when we lived in Missouri, we lived outside of Kansas City. We didn't live in Kansas City. We lived in Belton, Missouri.
Let's go to.
I always just say I live near these cities that people know because they definitely don't know all these others. Like where I live now, I still tell people we live in Chicago. We don't live anywhere near Chicago. We live an hour away
But
from
it's just
Chicago.
easiest to say
but
that, right?
I just say I live in Chicago.
So this
Even though
casino.
I live closer to Wisconsin, the state, than I do to Chicago. I could like throw a rock and hit Wisconsin. Like that's how close I live to the border.
Yeah. So this casino, which you can tell it started as this dark part, and then they added. There's a fucking concert venue back here. There's this S-shaped thing is a hotel. I think there's two of them now. This whole casino started as a tent with like 10 slot machines. That's how much money you can make if you're a casino. And also if you're Native American and don't have to follow a lot of the rules. Like, an interesting thing about them is they stop serving alcohol at 2 a.m. until 6 a.m., whatever the Washington state law is. But they don't have to do that. They just do it to sort of be like, hey, we want to be with we don't want people to think they can come here and drink between 2 and 4 and get crazy. We'll just do the same rules. But they're not mandated to do that. But yeah, this started as a tent.
Native American owned, or?
Yeah, this is the Native American Northern Quest. I've been there many times. And this is one of my mom's favorite hangouts before she died. Well, I mean, before she died. The last 30 years of her life. But
That's cool.
She used to joke. She goes, I'm out there spending your inheritance. And I go, it's yours. It's not mine.
I wish I could remember. So when we lived in Seattle, we didn't live in Seattle, but when we lived near Seattle, we went to a casino in that area that was also Native American owned. But I cannot remember the name. I want to say it was like Emerald something.
Oh, yes. I know that. Yeah. Emerald Casino, Seattle.
Like Emerald Queen?
Emerald, yeah. It'll be Emerald Queen Hotel
that's
and
the one
Casino.
we went to.
Yep,
We
been
went
there.
to that one. It was the same. Like, they had a lot of like things that were different. Well, because also I'm from California, right? And you can't go to a casino unless you're 21. But I believe, if I remember correctly, here you only needed to be 18, which if I remember correctly, I thought was mind blowing. I was like, wait, what? You can gamble here at 18?
Yeah. So this is a place I was in, I'm going to say 2011, 2012, with my mom and my aunt. And
So I've been there.
all three of us overweight, all three of us with gray hair, but me with a little bit of a mustache. And I did have long hair down past my collar, like longer hair. But I had like a mustache. And then the waitress came over and she goes, I'm going to take your order. I'll have this, all this. And this voice, the voice I'm using now. And then she goes, okay, ladies, we'll be right back with that, drinks or whatever. And she leaves. And my mom and my aunt look at me and I go, well, maybe she was just doing majority. Like there was two of you. And then she comes back and then she goes, she said something out and she goes, okay, well, if you ladies need anything, let me know. And I said, excuse me, are you under the impression that I'm a woman? And she looked straight in my face and she goes, yeah. And I go, my mom goes, that's my son. And she goes, oh. And then she kind of did that thing where you move your head forward and squint your eyes. Like, really? And then my mom and my aunt were just beside themselves. So then I had to break it to him. Yeah, that's happened before. Here you go, ma'am. I don't know. Anyway,
That's
Emerald
cool.
Queen Hotel and Casino.
Yeah. Messi was saying in chat, there was this other place we went to in the Seattle area that was like a bar, and you could go there and you could order a board game to be brought to your table, and they would bring a board game. I wish I could remember the name of it, but I can't for the life of me remember it. It was so cool. Like, you could just go there and play board games in the bar and, have a good time. Oh, man, I wish I could remember the name of it.
This doesn't look like it's been maintained. I wonder if this is not a thing anymore.
What is it?
Emerald Downs? Oh, you know what I should look up?
The racetrack?
Yeah. Playfair Racetrack, Spokane. So there was a racetrack in Spokane when I was a little kid. And yeah, this is what it is now. So when I moved back to Spokane from Los Angeles in 2009, I thought, hey, I'm going to go down. I went to that baseball stadium I showed to you. I went to a game there, and I thought, oh, I'll go to play for a racetrack. That'll be fun. I haven't been there in a long time. And I drove down there, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's gone. Like, I know what he told me. And then I asked somebody, and they said, oh, yeah, that has been gone 20 years. They just don't have it anymore. But yeah, there used to be a racetrack here. Yep. Oh, this place. Yeah. I've been in this building. I've not shot in the range, but I've been in here. Sharpshooting gun range. Yep. All right. See, everybody that's in Twitch land, and if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching it on YouTube, you're not. You've long since left. But this is what you can expect. You can expect a deep dive into Rob Twohy's histories. We do Robin and Drake too, but we don't want to give their locations away. I don't care if people come and stalk me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Like, I share my like bike maps and stuff on Twitter a lot, but usually we don't start at our house. We like drive somewhere and then do that. Like, I don't care sharing like what town I live in and stuff like that, but not my exact address. I don't know.
Yeah. So this, I hit the I'm feeling lucky button, and I got the Bourse de Camus Pinot collection. Whatever, that's cool. This is France? Yeah, Paris, France. So now Paris, France, we should be able to zoom out and find the Eiffel Tower. Where's that at? Where the fuck is it? Paris seems to be pretty big, you guys. Holy shit.
Do the
Oh my god.
yeah, Paris.
Paris is huge.
Yeah.
See, I've never been to. We
didn't want to get anywhere near Paris when I went through France. I'm like,
That is not the Eiffel Tower. What happened? Oh, I just the Eiffel Tower, bitches. Let's try that. Here we go. This looks like. Oh, look, it's all fucking. Oh, see.
the tourist.
What a
that's
bunch
why.
of dicks. Oh, it's here.
There it is.
Look at that thing. All right, let's compare. Let's see. Let's compare. Let's look at that. And then let's look at... Get a picture of how tall you think that is in your head. And then we'll go all the way 8,000 miles away to the Space Needle. Which, if you haven't been in the Space Needle, is fucking cool as shit.
I've been in the one in Vegas. Does
Which
that
do you think
count?
is taller? Do you think the Eiffel Tower is taller or the Space Needle? Let's
I
find
don't
out.
know. I think the Eiffel Tower is taller, but I don't know if you can get as high in it.
Space Needle is like 612 feet. 605. I was so... Oh, Jesus. 1,063. Wow.
Yeah. Go to the Hard Rock Casino, Seminole Hard Rock Casino in Fort Lauderdale. They built a new guitar hotel shaped like a guitar.
By Seattle Space Needle. We're going to go all the way 3,000 miles away to Florida. Oh, is this... Here it is.
Yeah.
Shit.
Talking
Is that-
about what you could do with the American Indian money.
Is that all they did? Are they building more of it? Like the... Or...
Yeah, it's done now. That must have been a couple years ago.
Nice. Yeah.
I haven't been in that. I've been in the other building, the
Well, we let the Native American population pretty much do what they want because we fucked them over hard. So we're trying to get back. And the thing is, it was our great grandfather or whatever who did the bad stuff. Not us, but slavery too. Got to give back.
it's a guitar-shaped casino hotel.
It is cool. I want to stay on the strut. Whatever. Look at all this construct. Look at this shit.
I know. I stayed there freaking during some of that, and it was all night.
It's probably cheap to stay there during that. Oh, I know.
Well, I was working at that building next door, so I just stayed over there at the hotels.
How about this? Let me see if it'll... Oh, wow. It knew... Liver clinic. Look at that shit, right? This is where they did my... Oh, no. This is the one in Spokane. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I went to Grant Elementary in 4th grade. It was not that building. It was a building that sat right here where this... right here. And it was a brick building built like in 1902 or something. And then I lived... in this house right here. Fuck. I lived on this house on the corner. Where is it? Is this it? Yeah. Yeah, right here. Yep. Anyway, this liver clinic right here, which I don't think is a liver clinic anymore. They don't send me there now. But anyway, that used to be a penny candy store. University of Washington School. Here we go. Let's try this. No, not Spokane. Seattle. University.
Oh, I just remembered what it was called, but I don't think it's open anymore. It was called the AFK Tavern in the Seattle area.
Oh, AFK.
I don't think it's open
AFK.
anymore.
Yeah, AFK. That's funny. So yeah, this was pretty crazy.
God, I was sitting here thinking, what was that bar called?
So I was a resident of this building. Not the surgery pavilion is here. That's where I had my liver transplant inside this building. But the hospital rooms and everything are down in this building. I was a resident of this facility right next to the University of Washington Husky Stadium, right? You guys all seen that on TV. Because it has those weird roofs like that. And the Seahawks played there for a year or two when they were building the new. Anyway, I was there for 2 months. 2 months. 58 days. And then Bill Gates' house. Let's go to Bill Gates' house. His house is right. His house should be right here somewhere. Probably this one. All I know is he bought 4 houses and tore them all down and built his house. Anyway, Bill Gates. He's got a lot of money. I don't know if you guys know. Let's go to... So the Seahawks and the baseball team, I can't remember. They play right next to each other. So you guys remember when, I think 2019, I took my friend Jeff to the Seahawks game here. And we lost. But I don't think I would ever go to a professional sporting event again in my lifetime. I don't think so. Baseball, pretty cool. I was in this baseball stadium at night when it was closed. And we were just like wandering around. It was kind of cool. There was an open door and we just walked in. Yep. Anyway, that's it. That's it, everybody. Here's the Puget Sound. Mm-hmm. Yep. And lots of these islands are fun. All right, you guys asleep or what's up?
I'm pretty close.
All right, I think
what happened?
I think we're done. We've messed around, but Google Earth is kind of just super cool. I mean,
It's
this
so
is
cool, yeah.
this is I look at Google Earth the same way I look at IMDb. You can get on that site and then just start clicking on shit, and 4 hours later go, oh, what was I doing? Well, you're just getting all crazy. So we'll close all this down. Yeah. All right. Good on you, everybody. Oh, did I have the prize slide on that whole time? Just kidding.
No, I don't.
No, I didn't. Paramount Plus, Max, eBay. Oh, eBay, that guy. He wants to buy my Tilt 5. It's expensive. Okay. All right. We did it, Fantasy Grounds. We got everybody's questions. Let's close it. I think we're going to be done. I think Robin needs to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm so tired. I'm sorry.
I need to go eat. Oh, nobody. Did anybody? I missed it in the chat if anybody suggested what I should have for dinner. I forgot.
I need a nap.
You need a nap till 7 a.m.
Yes, that would be lovely.
A tuna fish sandwich with some Lay's potato chips.
Yes,
No,
that
I don't
sounds
do.
so good.
I don't do snacky foods anymore. I don't have in my house. I don't have cookies, chips. I don't have any of that
Tuna
stuff here.
fish sandwich.
But I
with
do have
some
tuna fish sandwich.
carrots.
I have carrots and I have grapes.
Ooh,
Carrots.
grapes.
Yeah, tuna fish sandwich. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna toast the bread. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Be like when I was a
Do
kid.
that.
Okay, tuna fish sandwich, grapes.
Yum.
Done. If I don't go to McDonald's,
Good
thank you.
protein. Yum.
If I don't
Always.
go to McDonald's.
If I don't go to McDonald's.
Sometimes-
I
it's
almost went
always-
to Culver's today. It was I
Oh,
was like
Culver's.
coming
Oh,
into the
Culver's.
car.
That's
I
a
love
Eastern thing.
Culver's.
So
Culver's is so good.
it's always my intention every day, every hour, every minute. It's always my intention to eat a good meal and be sensible and whatever. But it is
Oh, so good.
so easy to break that and be like, oh, I'll just drive down to McDonald's. Yeah, see,
I like
see,
the
this
sourdough
doesn't help.
melt at Culver's. They have a really good sourdough melt.
I
Oh
want
my
to try that
God.
next time.
It's
I've been
so
wanting to
good.
try that one. I
I
like a
love
good
it.
melt.
Sweet
I get it
Jesus.
every time we go to
I'd usually just
Culver's.
get a double cheeseburger, right? A
Mary,
double
mother
Yeah,
of
burger
yeah.
Joseph. Oh my
That's
God.
what
with
everybody
the
else in my family gets, the butter burgers, but I get the melt. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
They're not helping me with this food porn.
this
Oh
know.
my God.
Frozen
This
yogurt
cheese just
is
came
so
on my
good.
face. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sauk
Frozen
City,
custard.
Wisconsin.
I have
Look
to
at
admit
this.
their chicken
See, I could
tenders.
not. This
Ugh.
butter burger, I could not eat that. Look at that thing. I couldn't even get that in my mouth. Come on.
They don't
Yeah,
look
you could.
exactly like that, but they're pretty close.
Don't do all the veggies on it though. Just get
Yeah, there's just
like
no tomatoes.
Look at her. Look at her.
or
She's like,
burger.
look, Rob, there's 2
Yeah.
milkshakes. You can have them. Look.
Mhm. Their custard is really good too. The
Yeah.
ice cream, basically.
And you know what? I don't know what it is, but their machine's never broken. It's
Hey,
never
Drake.
I
broken.
know, right?
Own a Culver's. Cash in your business and get one.
Oh yeah, like I want to go into that business. Not.
Yeah, fuck that.
How do you, okay, let's do this. I mean, they're nowhere near me, but. Hey, Kitty, are you high? What
The
the
restaurant business, you got to be cray cray.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're not. It's not. Sorry, no Culvers were found near you, or even close to you, or even on the same planet. It's an Eastern thing. Okay, let's try. Let's try.
I'm surprised we got one here in South Florida.
Oh my God! Here's Chicago. There's fucking 3,000 of them.
Oh yeah, we have one like right here in Antioch where I live. It's like right down the road, 3-minute drive. Love it so much.
Now let me ask you this, Robin. How well do you think this food would be kept in a container mailed to me from you from my house?
Not well at all.
Oh man, Culver's. Yeah, no, I
If
have
you
not
ever
had
come
the
visit,
pleasure.
though, we'll get. I mean, I know it's like the cheapest shit to say. Let's go get fast food, but it's pretty good. There's a lot of other good restaurants around here too, though. We like. Have you ever had Mongolian barbecue? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I can't stop yawning. Have you
Yes.
ever had Mongolian barbecue?
Yes.
I love Mongolian barbecue, okay? When I lived in California, my brother lived in this little town called Auburn, California. And in Auburn, California, there was a Mongolian place, like a mom and pop place, not a franchise place, called Sum's Mongolian Barbecue. And it was literally the best Mongolian barbecue I've had in my life. It like set the bar for me for Mongolian barbecue. And so when I met my husband and we were dating, we'd have Mongolian barbecue quite a lot. Everywhere we've ever lived, everywhere we've ever moved, we've always tried to find a Mongolian barbecue place. And nothing on earth has ever measured up to Sum's Mongolian barbecue in Auburn, California. But there are some places that come pretty close. And there's this one place here. It's in Wisconsin, I think. We have to go up into Wisconsin to go there. And like it's the only Mongolian barbecue in our area. And it's not even that good, but we'll go there just to have Mongolian barbecue.
Look,
I love
Robin, they have a
Mongolian.
veterans discount at my Mongolian barbecue, 10%.
Oh, nice.
Oh, pork, chicken, lamb. No, no, thank you. Crab, no, thank you.
Build your own.
Yeah, I
That's
wonder if
10
Sum's is
veterans
even still
discount,
open.
10% off.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Including takeout. But yeah, you build your own and then they fucking cook it for you.
I like
Wait,
that build your own.
Sum's is still open in Auburn, California. I just
Is
Googled
that typical with the Mongolian? Is it build your own?
Yeah,
Typical?
yeah. They usually have a guy there.
Yeah, that's how it works.
There's a big grill and there's a guy just standing there. The cook's just standing there. And then you go get a bowl and put what you want and then give it to him and he cooks it and gives it back to you.
Yeah, there
Yep.
was on a cruise they had one of those. It was cool as shit. It was always freaking good.
Yeah,
And then
so
there-
that's like the defining feature of Mongolian barbecue is like the a la carte style
Yeah.
of build your bowl. You pick your meats, you pick your veggies, and sometimes you get a choice of different types of noodles, but most of the time they're like lo mein style noodles.
It's
Or
like
chow mein.
Blaze Pizza that's right next to my house. It's like
Yeah.
you can just get whatever you want. Just
Yeah.
do whatever.
And then you can even go so far as like pick your sauces. So like if you don't want just like soy sauce or teriyaki, you can add like ginger, you can add spicy, you can even get like curry, like you can put curry powders in your bowl, like all kinds of shit. Just fucking everything you can think of. And then you chop that all into your bowl. You give it to the dude, and then they cook it on the grill right in front of you. It's fucking cool, and I love it, and it's
Dude
delicious.
making a dude just for you.
I
Dude.
can't remember where I was, but I did go to a place. Rob T. I did go to a place where the Mongolian barbecue was at your table. You still
Oh yeah,
went,
yeah.
yeah. You
I've seen
went,
places like
collected
that.
what you want, brought it back, and then the guy just came over to your table and cooked it at your table right there.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
like
cool.
it's more like Japanese food is done that way. Like some Japanese
Yeah.
restaurants are like
Yeah,
that.
that's popular down here, the hibachi.
Yeah, hibachi,
style.
that's what it is.
I'm like, it's like a dinner and a show, kind of.
Mhm.
Dinner and a show.
Dinner and a show. No, that's medieval
It's
times.
just
the best
really
place on
expensive
earth.
Chinese food. Is what it really is.
Yeah,
It's
you're
just-
right. You're
You
right.
idol. What is that?
Whoa, no, it's Japanese. Hibachi food is Japanese.
Yeah, but it's in America. It's really
It's Americanized
just expensive Chinese
Japanese.
food.
But I
It's
mean,
just-
like, have you ever heard of like how McDonald's is in Japan? It's very Japaneseified McDonald's.
oh,
Like you
it's
can
Oh,
get
I told you
sushi
guys
at
about that, right?
McDonald's in Japan.
I was in not Japan.
McRoyale.
They call it a Royale with cheese. I was in Okinawa, which is not Japan, but they will tell you quite forcefully that it's not Japan, but close enough. And it's the same. And we went to McDonald's there. We were there for a comedy show at Kadena Air Base. And we went to the McDonald's and I ordered they put the pictures out. They know you're American. You just look at the picture. So I ordered a number one, Big Mac, fries, and a drink. And they don't use ketchup there. They use tomato sauce, which is
Yep.
basically ketchup with no sugar in it.
Yep.
Fucking disgusting.
it's
However,
weird.
the fries plain and this Big Mac I had was the best Big Mac I've ever had in my life, and it will not be equaled again. It was amazing. But the other part of the story is I order a large drink and they push out this Dixie cup toward me, right?
Yeah.
And I go, I ordered a large. Is this a large? And she's like, hi. And I'm like, you're high. And then everybody laughed, but she didn't know what I was saying to her. But yeah.
Hi means yes in Japanese.
Right.
Hi.
So then I
Hi.
get this, it literally was
part
like
of the
4
joke,
sips
that's
and I was
why.
done.
You're
I know.
high.
Yeah,
I
you're
got
high.
it. Yeah. That's because like our portion sizes in America are
Right.
crazy.
And they don't use ketchup.
Yeah, you get a large here and it's like 32 ounces. Would you care to supersize that?
Yeah, holy shit.
64-ounce Coke.
Remember when McDonald's took away
Free
their
refills.
supersize nomenclature because of what's his name?
It's a documentary.
Yeah. So funny.
I don't.
All right, let's.
I don't like this free refill crap. Just give me, the 70-cent drink. No refill.
There's
if I want
a-
a refill, I pay another 70 cents.
Like it takes me so long to drink a whole like medium-sized soda, and I like soda as we've discussed, but like I
plenty.
can't. Yeah, medium is too much. And in
I get-
fact, my husband will drink all of his soda and then drink parts of mine because I drink mine too slow. He's like, "Hey, can I have some of yours?" Some equals half.
Equals half. I'm resentful of the people that do have that do charge for refills. I do not like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
So there's a Zips, which is just you guys wouldn't know what Zips is, but
Yes.
Carver's, same thing. And it is the closest fast food building to my house. But they charge for refills. So but rarely do I go inside. I usually just go to the window, which you're not getting a refill anyway. But I went in there the other day and I was like, 59 cents for a refill? 59 cents? Are you? And then a large soda was like $3.25. Yeah, what's up? You get the food you want somewhere else and then go get the $1.59 soda at McDonald's. Even though they're not doing
That's
dollars
what I'm saying.
anymore.
If the drinks were $1 and there was no refills, I'd be fine with paying $1 for the drink with no refills.
Yeah.
But not. Now they charge $3.25 and they bring you like a bucket.
Yeah.
So here's your ice with soda in it. Europe,
They're filling it with a
they don't-
fire hose. Yeah.
Germany, you had to ask for ice if you wanted it. Usually,
Oh, that's all of Europe, I think. I think that's France and England ice is not a thing. Can I get some ice in this? Oh, American! Whatever.
well,
You ask for the ice, eh?
Or they give you like 3 little freaking watered down ice cubes that are just
And I remember hearing like why ice isn't a thing is because it was so like in World War II and before, and it was tough for them to make it. So they were like, is this such a pain in the ass for them to have ice? I don't know. Does anybody know? I don't know. Look up Sums on the map. I did. I looked it up. It was a Sums barbecue.
Robin, I'm looking at your bike path and I can see where your battery was running low. You had to pedal
Actually,
harder. I can see it right there. No, I'm kidding.
so actually, like our that we did 17 something miles, whatever it says, and when we loaded the bikes back in the truck, I still had like 60% back. I could have gone like twice as far as we went. So like on the website we bought the bikes from, they say, if you do like minimal pedal assist, like the bikes can go 40 to 45 miles without on one
Wow.
charge or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's like 20 maybe. I've
Yeah,
done it
I was really
like
impressed.
17 and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I gotta
That was
pedal
the
hard now.
longest ride we've done on those bikes. Like we did one ride that was like 14 miles, but it was really hilly, so we had to use like the throttle a lot or had to go higher power on the pedal assist a lot because the path was so hilly that we actually used like quite a lot of the battery for that like 14-ish mile ride. When we were done, we had like 40% left or something. So we were like, we weren't sure like how far we could take them. But today, the path we did, because there's a lot of like forest preserves around us, and they have bike paths in these like they're parks essentially. They're just glorified parks, but they're really beautiful. And the trails on these are like it's like single track, so it's like hard packed dirt. So they're really easy to ride. And then they have a couple paths that go off of them that are like not for beginners. But yeah, it's really fun to get out and you can like take some of these forest preserves like one to the other. They have like connecting bike paths. And basically the area we live, because we live in Lake County, basically there's a bunch of lakes around us. And you can go like from where we live to like what would essentially be like an hour's drive away, and you could do that all on bike. Like there's so many bike paths that like go the distance, and I think there's a way we could bike from where we live all the way into like downtown Chicago or near to downtown Chicago, which is also like an hour and 20 minutes away. So yeah, the bike pathing in our area is like really good. There's so many great like trails and stuff. So that's what we do. Like on the weekend, we take our bikes out and we just go to one of these forest preserves and we just ride around and like we'll use an app, like a biking app to like plan our routes and stuff. And we go to a different one. We've gone to a different one every single weekend since we bought the bikes like several weeks ago. So like every day on the weekend, we've gone to a different forest preserve. We've only doubled up on one, and that's the Prairie or Savannah Reserve, which is my favorite. It's beautiful.
There's a couple
Um,
of places right near my house that I don't even have to load the bike up. I can just ride there.
yeah, unfortunately, like where we live, Antioch, it's a bit disconnected from some of these parks. So a lot of them we have to drive, but it's only like a 10-minute drive. We could bike to them, but because I put my 5-year-old, he like sits on a seat on the back of my bike, like a little toddler seat on the rack. Um, we just don't feel quite like safe like riding on the highway, not the highway, but like
Oh,
they're
there's
like
a couple of
highways.
spots here that I'm not going on.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
way.
basically. I just worry about like the traffic of those areas and us riding on the side of the road with like my 5-year-old in tow.
Rob,
Um,
look at the one I
Someday we
got.
might
It's
do
called
it though.
Charge.
Yeah, we have an Aventon. We have the Aventon Adventure. My
Oh,
husband
this is
has
the
the
one you have,
Adventure
Robin.
too. Yeah, and then I
Yeah,
have the Adventure.
Nice.
I like it. It's such a great
Charge.
bike.
that one's more like cross country kind of.
Yeah, we ride them like they're kind of
Mine's
like
more
off-roady type bikes. They got 4-inch tires. Yeah,
mine's more old manish.
like a cruiser.
See,
It's got the low.
I would be too afraid that if I fell
Yeah,
over,
like that one. That's the one I got right there, Rob. That one.
this one, I'd be afraid if I fell
The
over, I'd
Comfort.
just have to lay there for the rest of my life till somebody came. I couldn't do it.
Salsa Timberjack, Schmo. Is that like
Schmo is a
a
Salsa
8
Timberjack
scale?
29 inch. 29 inches, Schmo. Jesus.
My brother has e-bikes. They're by a brand called Rad, R-A-D, Rad. I think they're about the same. They might be a little more expensive than the bikes we got. I don't remember.
Here we
Well,
go.
those are like
Timberjacks
mountain bikes.
29. Boom.
Oh, that's a mountain bike.
XT.
Nice. Not an
Yeah,
e-bike.
no. That would
I'm
that
too
would
lazy for
break
that.
that would break me. Ouch.
Yeah.
This is not electric, is it?
No, that's not an electric
This
bike.
is yes.
Uh-uh.
Schmo's a real bike rider.
No, you would be able to tell if it's electric. There has to be somewhere on that body that holds a motor, like
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
and
battery.
the battery. Yeah, that's not an electric bike. I would be impressed if that was an electric bike. Like, how'd they fit a battery and a motor in that? So tiny.
Give it right to you. You just put it
But
together.
oh, what I was gonna say, Rob, they make some real. I think Aventon makes one, and maybe other brands too. They make like what they call like a cargo bike. So like the back end has like huge, like either a huge rack or a huge basket on it, and they're meant for like just riding around in town. Like you could do your grocery shopping on them or whatever. They're really cool. I wish I could remember what the Aventon one was called, but
Like this.
yeah, the Abound. Yeah, look at that thing. It's like a beast, and you can get all these different sort of attachments for the back to like a big old shopping basket or like panniers, saddlebags, whatever you want to call those. All kinds of cool stuff. And it's basically like just for riding around like in your town. Like if you don't want to go out and do crazy like trails and shit or whatever.
Yeah.
But it has the same motor as my bike does, so
you
750
could
watt
put
motor.
your Wendy's right in the back there, Rob.
Yeah. They're so cool. Someday I want to get this one because they have an attachment for it that is like a little kid's seat where they can just sit on the back. You don't have to like put them in like a specific child seat, but it's like a seat attachment for the back. I don't know. It looks really cool.
There you
Look at
go.
that. You get two kids in there like they're going on a freaking elephant ride.
So that's what I want. That's why I want this bike, just for that little seat attachment.
You put
to
the
take
two
my
kids
kid
in the
out.
back, and then you ride it toward the cliff, and at the last second you
Yes.
jump off, and you say, "Daddy loves you."
Yeah, and it
Is
has
what
like
you
a crazy carry capacity, and their payload capacity, like if you haul a trailer, is also like really good. I think my husband's bike can haul like 400 or 500 pounds. Like the payload capacity on it is
Yeah.
insane.
Sam's barbecue. Closed on Sundays. Whatever. We should edit that. Open all day.
Oh yeah, I miss that place so much.
Auburn, California.
I used to get my Mongolian. As a teenager, I would take the light rail from Sacramento to Roseville or something like that, where my brother worked, and then we would get a Chipotle in Roseville, and then he would drive me from Roseville to Auburn, where he lived. I don't know why he worked so far from where he lived. It was like 45-minute drive, but whatever. And I'd spend the weekend at his house, and he had red-tailed boa constrictor snakes that he
man.
used to put on me while I was sleeping on the couch and like terrify me just for shits and giggles. And then when the weekend was over, we'd go to Sum's barbecue in Auburn, and then he'd drive me back home. Yeah, we had a light rail in Sacramento.
Yeah,
Well, I
Spokane.
grew up in Sacramento, so
Spokane's backwards ass city council people don't want to do the light rail. We need to get all new people in the fucking city council.
yeah.
They
And
wanna
here
do,
in
they wanna do
Chicago,
buses.
they have something like a light rail, but it's not. It it doesn't function the same, but it's like a
Yeah.
train kind of. It's
We,
called
we
the
have these
Metra?
buses that are like 2 and 3 sections long. They look
Oh, that's
really
cool.
wicked, and they fucking there are some of them that are expresses, so you get on it and it'll take you way across town with no stops. It's pretty crazy. But
Cool.
who's gonna fucking ride the bus? Come on.
I liked the light rail in Sacramento. You could take the light rail from like one end of the city all the way to the other end, all the way into downtown. Sacramento light rail is actually, in my opinion, really well done. I didn't know if Seattle had one or not,
No, I
but
don't think so.
I know I took it all the time when I was in when I lived in California, like when I went to the community college for a little bit, I could ride it from my house. I lived by the Campbell Soup Factory, so I would take it from the Campbell Soup Factory station, 24th Street, I think, and then take it all the way to the college, basically, which was pretty
Yeah.
far.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like the end
Link.
of the
Yes,
line
I've
almost.
I've ridden on this. Yeah, Seattle does have light rail. So Los Angeles has
Looks like
light rail,
Subway.
and many people don't know this. Subway, a full
Yeah.
like a full on like New York style subway system that nobody even fucking knows is there. It's amazing. I lived in Los Angeles for 10 years, and I didn't know it was there till like year 8.
Right. Oh my gosh, it's 10 o'clock. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, we gotta go to bed.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out, watching. Thanks for bringing your questions. Join us next week. Congrats to the prize winners and good gaming, everyone.